And we're back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Spitball Media Podcast. This is where we spit out the top entertainment stories of the week and we chew on it and we suck it down like a biscuit. My name is John Draper. I'm joined, of course, with the Prince of Philadelphia. Shah, is everything okay in Philly post-election? Everybody's alive?
Yeah, I was actually debating on taking off the following day just so I could go out. Friend of mine that still lives down the city, he went out and he had the time of his life. You know what I mean? He said everybody was getting drunk and it was insane. He had a couple guns pulled out on him too, which was...
Well, it's Philly. I mean, that's not right. I mean, guns in Philly, Shah. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's a given. It's like, you know...
Yeah, it's just another Tuesday night. And of course, he's the mayor of Burleytown no more. He is now the Sultan of Speltsville, Mr. B. O'Brien. B. O'Brien, I like the Sultan of Speltsville.
I do too. I was wondering where you were going with the city because I thought Svelte Town doesn't work. Speltville is a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah. The Sultan of Speltsville.
Yeah. It's good. I like it.
I like it. Bisha, you're looking a little gray, buddy.
It's probably the camera. I was fucking around with streaming stuff. What's that?
I know. This is actually dark black. It's just the lighting's so terrible.
Yeah.
Talk about the up top.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm getting old. Sean and I were just talking about, I threw my back out Tuesday stretching. And then I had to, when I went to vote, I registered for early voting, but I didn't make it in time. So when I went in,
not only too hurt, because you were too inferred.
So I hobble in with my button-down shirt like a 90-year-old and have to do a provisional ballot by hand. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Bisho, I got to ask you a question. I don't want to get off topic here, but have you had to buy like all new work clothes? Because there's no way you look good in your bigger work shirts.
No, I'm gonna have to buy some new shirts. I'm gonna have to have my pants taken in, and luckily I found some pants that I already had done like 5 years ago that I haven't been able to wear. So you got to take those to the dry cleaners.
Bisho, I got sent home from my corporate job when I started losing weight because all my clothes weren't fitting. I got called into the senior vice president's office, and he said, "I'm very proud of you, but this is ridiculous. You look like you're wearing your father's clothes. You can go now if you want. We'll let you go to the." And I went to the mall. I had to buy new clothes because they were like,
yeah. I'm worried about that for tomorrow because I have an offsite meeting with our entire group practice, and everyone's going to be there, and all I've got is my big baggy fucking incredible shrinking man clothes. So it'll be interesting.
Shah, he looks skinny, right? He looks like real skinny.
He does. Yeah, he looks skinny in the face too.
Yeah, it's his face. And you look younger now, which is interesting.
Yeah, my wife said that. My kids too. And funny story. My wife, she was rubbing my back because I pulled a muscle, and she was like, "Do you have cancer?" And I'm like, that's an interesting thing to say to somebody. And she was like,
Jesus.
She goes, "No, like your hips and your pelvis, like I've never felt."
Oh, like the bones, you're bony now. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. No, you're bony.
She's like, "You're like as small as I am now." I'm like, "Hey, let's not take it that far."
Jesus Christ, Bisha. Shah, there's nothing more complimentary than "Do you have cancer?" from a loved one.
Yeah, that threw me off. What? What the hell, man?
Well, anyway, B-Show's getting thinner. Shah is looking more beautiful than ever, and I am ready to play Santa. But we thank you guys for checking us out. We have a loaded show to get to, back on the regular schedule. But we do want to point out, if you're joining us for the first time, you want to check out going to patreon.com/Spitball Media, because for $5, I mean, Shah, with the holidays coming up, for $5, you can give yourself a real good treat of some quality audible entertainment over at spitballmedia.com or patreon.com/Spitball Media.
Dude, we're the only thing that didn't go up in price in the last 4 years.
It's true. It is true.
We never inflated our prices. We're the only thing that stuck around for $5, you know?
Yeah.
No different tiers. We never added different tiers. We just have one tier, you know?
Nope. And we're not going to.
Yeah.
And we're not going to, B-Show. I mean, B-Show, you're very strong in economics as a vocation there. It's unprecedented that something would not go. Everything I've bought, owns, streaming services, other podcasts, like every podcast that I know that has one, they all have that one thing in common that we don't have, B-Show.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's one of those things where I had a conversation with a good friend of mine the other day. He said, I've never made this much money and felt so poor. And it's just because everything, and it's not even like shit's going up. Excuse me.
Yeah. It's
not even like shit's going up like 3-4% following like what inflation would be. It's like, hey, if you have a subscription to this, it's going up by like $15. It's I was only paying 10 to begin with. How the fuck is that possible?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not doing it. We're the only thing I think in the entire United States economy that has not increased in price. So go to Spitball. Sorry, patreon.com.
I know, I did it too.
Spitball Media.
I did it too.
I'm still trying. I'm mentally messed up trying not to say backsplash. That's what it is.
Well, that's my
Yeah.
line. Now you're stepping on
John's done
my
that.
shit. You're
Sorry,
stepping on
man.
my shit.
Dude, it's just us and Arizona iced tea that didn't go up in price. It's just us two. You know?
And really, Shah, that's 99 cents. I mean, no one can compete with that.
Right.
No one's competing with 99 cents. Anyway, please consider for the holidays or give it as a gift. That's patreon.com/Spitball Media, $5. And thank you to the many, many friends in the Patreon world there that have been supporting us since day one, keeping the electric on for all of us to see. B, who do we got in the old chat-a-room-me there for the regular? We're back to regular podcasting world stuff.
Yeah, we got John JLD 999. We got Joe Punches. We got Slave Cheeks. We got Robbie Desjardins. Hey now, Rich Dow.
Hey now, it's that.
Got our buddy Marquise hanging out.
Oh.
I might have said Slave Cheeks already.
The Cheeksters.
Let's see. Chris Matthews is chilling in there.
Chris Matthews, you just made a big move. Shout out to my man, Chris Matthews.
Yeah, man. Kevco TV was hanging out.
Oh, what's up, Kevco?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, guys, we got a bunch of the usual suspects chilling in there. And again, please consider going to Patreon because, Shah, we're back to our signature Q&A. We've missed it. We took a month off from it. We expect a very interesting Q&A, Shah, don't we, at the end of this month?
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be loaded since, it's essentially 2 months combined. So,
oh boy,
I'm excited to see what we got going on. And then, of course, next month we're probably going to do something for Christmas. So,
yeah. I already have an idea. Why don't we just drop this out here now and talk about it because this is a democracy of the highest order, just like America's supposed to be. But so my idea, guys, was we each pick 3 Christmas movies, horror themes, that we want to drop in there. And it could be a Christmas movie we haven't even seen yet. It could be any Christmas horror movie. It could be the usual suspects. It could be a classic. What do you guys think about that, Shah? I think that'd be a lot of fun. There's a lot of Christmas horror movies.
I know exactly what I want to throw out there.
Here we go.
And one of them is my most hated movie. I just want to watch it with you guys so we can all hate it at the same time.
Do it.
It's my most hated movie of all time. It's not even.
I don't even know. Bisha, do you have any idea what he's about to say? I have no fucking clue what this dude's gonna say.
No,
it's gonna piss you off.
I want to know now. I don't want to be surprised.
Don't even wait.
Can I spell it?
Yes, but I think I know what you're gonna say.
Drew Yari, shut your dirty mouth. Jingle All the Way is amazing.
Yes,
I think we should. One of my options is going to be Black Christmas from 2000.
I know. What you hate Black Christmas?
From 2018.
Oh, you scared me. I got a little nervous there.
No. The 2018 one.
2018
is like that feminist movie where they just talk about how men
that's not even the soft remake from the early 2000s.
That's from like 2006. This is 2018. It's my most hated movie of all time. I fucking hate that movie.
Whoa.
It's got nothing to do with Black Christmas, the original, either. It's got nothing to do with that.
Masterpiece. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that idea. B, you want to throw one out now?
No, I got to do some research.
Claim one. You want to claim one?
Claim one?
I think it would be fun, though, if we watch it all together because it's so bad,
Yeah. It's like mopping up an abortion floor after prom night. What do you got, B? Do you got one?
We talked about the one Terminator Santa. You know what?
Yes.
You know what? Instead
Christmas,
of that
one. Bloody Christmas, right?
I got another one I'm going to save since I just said that one. I don't want to ruin it.
No, did you want to claim it? You can claim it right now. Take it if you want it.
I was going to claim the one with the Die Hard Santa type of movie.
Yeah, I think it's called Bloody Christmas, right? Shah, remember we talked about that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, with the green eyes, the robotic Santa.
Yeah, Bloody Christmas.
No. What's the one where Santa goes into the house and like these people are trying to rip the house off, the rich people?
Oh, Silent Night or Deadly Night or whatever.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, I think it is.
That's the one where the dad is the killer.
The guy from Stranger Things is Santa. Violent Night.
Yeah, you're talking about Violent Night. Violent Night, Deadly Night is different.
All right, Violent Night. All right, then I'll claim the Bloody Christmas. I'll claim the Bloody Christmas. But we all got 2 more to go. And then of course you guys can vote on it. We'll get it up. We'll get it up in a couple. We'll get it up by next week. Maybe next week we'll finalize it. We'll put it up. So because we got to get the voting up and stuff like that. So Shah's going evil. Now, Shah, you're gonna pick 2 good ones, I hope, right?
Yeah. The other 2 will be good. I just think this one would be fun.
Okay.
to all hate it at the same time because once you see how ridiculous the movie is,
I heard it horribly bad.
it's the worst movie of all time. It'll yeah, no, it's the worst.
Yeah. B Show. All right, B Show picks Violent Night. I love Violent Night. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I think that's one of my favorite Christmas movies now.
It's really good. Shah,
I saw it at the theater. Yeah,
you and I saw it in theaters. Yeah, that's right. You and I saw it separately in theaters. Me and Violet saw it because Violet loves David Harbour because she's a Stranger Things like fanatic. And Violet was like, "This was really good." I go, "Yeah, it was fucking really good." We saw it on the 23rd, by the way. We saw it, and it was snowing, and the weather was terrible, and it was pitch black out. It was like a ghost town. It's a fun movie. It really, really is fun. But Bloody Christmas is great. And of course, B Show is claiming Violent Night. So we'll get our other two picks out next week. But another great reason to join the Patreon. You know, Kevco is a big fan of it. He says he watched it back to back with Die Hard. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those vibes. So listen, we're going to get moving here. We have a bunch of stuff to do. But remember to get your questions in for the Q&A if you're in the Patreon. So some big news. There's a couple of big movies dropping to streaming in the next couple of weeks that were announced today. I'm talking about two of maybe the bigger movies of the year. One of them is Alien Romulus, which is going to drop on Hulu on the 21st. And guys, neither one of you have seen that yet, correct?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay,
No,
and be sure you haven't seen it either, correct?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, it's going to be. I'm curious. I can't wait. I'm sure you guys are going to watch it as soon as it hits the old streaming there. But it was a very successful movie. It was very well reviewed. I enjoyed it. It didn't blow me away. I'm super curious what you guys think. But also, it was announced today. Disney Plus, B Show, dropping the motherfucker of the year there. Wolverine, Deadpool next week.
I've been waiting for that. Some of the cameos have been kind of ruined, although I'm going to enjoy them.
Yeah, you'll enjoy them.
This is one of the movies that I've been waiting to see this year, and it's probably going to top my best of list. So
yeah, I'm excited for both of you to see it. Shah, I think you're going to really want to like watching this movie because it's a hard R, mostly comedy.
Yeah, I actually wanted to. I was just gonna blind buy the Steelbook, but I realized it was $65.
Oof.
Disney is disgusting when it comes to pricing Steelbooks. Dude, $65 for one movie.
It's a motherfucker.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've paid $65 for a movie
have.
before, but they come in like limited edition. Like regular ass Steelbook should be like $30 tops, dude.
Easily.
$65, man. That's.
I'm curious once you see the movie if you're gonna be like, maybe I'll buy the Steelbook.
Not $65, bro. It's already sold out too. It's gone.
I'm sure it's gone. I'm sure. I mean, the movie made $1.5 billion. I think B Show somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.5 billion.
Yeah, that sounds right. Interestingly enough,
Christ,
Yari said he was liking it until the last 20 minutes, and I've heard a lot of people say that movie sucked. So I don't know what movie they saw.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It does. Movies that make $1.5 billion. I don't know.
I think he was talking about Alien Romulus.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
Okay, that's kind of. I don't want to put the cart before the horse there, but I think I might be on board with you a little bit there. I did not like the thing that they did at the end that much, and I'm very curious what you guys think. But yeah, Shah, I'm really excited for you to see the Deadpool Wolverine because your comic.
Check it out.
It's I feel like it's got something for everybody in it, you know, and it's very fun 2 hours. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of like ba 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 ba, and it's a lot of, but the fight scenes are dope. It's gore. It's a gore fest beyond words. And of course it's one of the, I don't know, B Show, is it the highest grossing movie of the year? It is, right? Like it's got
Which one? Marvel?
Wolverine.
Yeah, let's see.
No, maybe Inside Out 2 maybe made more money, but that's also that's a cartoon.
Well, I mean, it's very close though. Inside Out 2 worldwide was 1.6, almost 1.7 billion. Deadpool Wolverine was 1.3.
Oh, so it didn't do okay. Wow. So those are the two biggest movies of the year. No surprise, really. I mean, it wasn't the year for the blockbusters. But yeah, if you've been sitting on these films, guys, if you have these services, holy shit. I mean, that's a fun thing to just turn on Alien Romulus, Shah. I mean, fuck that, man. Like, I love that shit.
No, I'm actually really excited to see that. I agree with John though. I need movies to be simpler when it comes to Marvel because then I might actually watch it. I don't want to watch some shit where I have to do homework and I have to know the backstory and
you don't really for
this multiverse versus this. It's too much, man.
Yeah, I mean, John JLD, I feel like you just gotta. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. Well, Shah, you saw the first Deadpool, but you didn't see the second one. The second one's really good too.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
Okay, so the second one's really good. I enjoyed the second one, but they kind of rehash a lot of that stuff, to get you on the board there. Like he talks about it, and the Logan movie too. So it's not just that you have to know about Deadpool; it's really that you have to know about the multiverse in the Marvel universe is now a thing, and
Yeah.
that Logan was a thing.
That's too
So
much. I don't want to do all that.
yeah, but you still enjoy it. They explain it in the first 5 fucking minutes of the movie. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen Logan like in 10 years or whatever the fuck it's been. And I didn't need an explanation. All you gotta know is that Logan's dead. He dies at the end of Logan. That's the whole point of the movie, right? B-show, like that was the fucking point, is that he dies.
Cried my ass off.
Oh, it's a brutal shot. That's a good movie, man. The Logan movie, it's literally like it's like a fucking, I don't know, man. It's I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a hard watch. Like it's depressing. It's not a comic book movie. He's a loser. Everyone's dead. He's a fucking limo driver. Like it's just like, ugh, the world's all fucked up, and it doesn't
You're not
really
selling me on this movie, man.
Oh, that's the point. Is that the X-Men, like because he's like immortal practically. He's not immortal, and everyone's dead. Like and the world's just like kind of shitty and like nobody gives a fuck and his life just sucks. He's just, he just like tries to get by and he's not a superhero and nobody remembers him. Right? B-show, it's like he's like a real loser in that movie.
He's trying to save enough money. He's got Xavier in hiding because Xavier's having seizures and killing people.
Yeah, dude, Charles Xavier is like a mental patient and he's hiding him in a fucking cylinder so he doesn't kill people.
So he's trying to save enough money to buy a boat and just take him out in the middle of nowhere until they both die because he's poisoned from the adamantium in his bones.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's so
and then
depressing.
This little girl kind of like him shows up and this like lady smuggled her out of some like laboratory and it's just
dude, it's heavy. Yeah, shots like it's and it's he's got the bone claws now. So his claws are just bone and he's fucking people up, like he's just fucking cutting people in half and shit. And his kills are brutal. Like right, B-show, like that was the first time they really let that motherfucker go.
Yeah, like the first scene, he's getting mugged because he's drunk in his fucking limo and they try to take his car. He's like, guys, no. And they try to beat him up, some bangers. And he just fucking slices this dude's arm off and goes crazy on him. Yeah.
Yeah. Shah, he's like, it's hard R. So, but it's worth checking out. Remember burying it. But guys, this is kind of a big weekend because there's a lot of indication, and we will discuss this certainly, that the horror film of the year is opening tonight. What the fuck am I talking about? The much praised Heretic movie with Hugh Grant opens tonight globally to outstanding reviews, Shah. And A24 might once again pull some A24 shit and bust this fucking movie wide open. Right now it's at 95. Shah, your anticipation for this film?
I'm really excited, man. I mean, A24 was putting out 3 horror movies this year. We had Maxine, this one, and of course that Front Room movie that bombed. So I was kind of afraid that was going to happen to this because this essentially had as much hype as the Front Room until a couple of weeks ago when people were saying, oh, this is going to be the movie of the year. But I've seen some early reviews, man. People are swearing by this movie. They're saying this is the best horror movie in the last half a decade, or So yeah, I agree. A24, Neon, and Shutter, man. Those are the big 3 when it comes to my favorites.
Oh, for sure. And B-show, not only are they saying it's the best horror movie, people are saying this is the best religious themed movie maybe ever. Like, and we don't really know why that is. And I'm grateful that it's not been ruined for us. But what is your anticipation for this too? Because we're talking some big time hype right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this is, what was the review last week? This is Hugh Grant's like redemption or something like this. If it's as good as they say it is, I wouldn't be surprised if he's nominated, but I'm really excited, man. The concept seems cool. Like I said, having done home visits for meetings and stuff before, it gets creepy, and that kind of piqued my interest. But like the labyrinth in the basement and the whole, you kind of have to make your own choices type of stuff. It's very, very, very cool. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Shah, I don't know if you saw this, but certain theaters are doing smell-o-vision, where you walk into this with the smell of blueberry muffins, which is a part of the trap for the LDS girls of them thinking there's a woman baking muffins when in fact it is a scented candle.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, it's a certain theaters, they contracted certain theaters to release the blueberry smell. I'm not making
Has
this
any
up.
other film done this? Is this like a
This
new
is what John
concept,
Waters. This is what John Waters used to try to do back in the 70s. The smell-o-vision. I think he invented it. Actually,
What?
yeah, he invented it with possibly polyester or one of his movies. You could G-check me, guys. This is a very long time ago. But I mean, Shah, just the facts that they're trying to do this is I mean, listen, you got Hugh Grant, who is, a very big name in Hollywood, doesn't probably need to do a movie like this. You got one of those girls who's pretty hot shit right now. That real pretty girl B show from
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. Alamo Drafthouse is giving out blueberry pie. Yeah, this is a thing. Like they're making this almost like an event. I cannot believe, like I'm going early Saturday, but I am fully walking into the theater, Shah, expecting like this to put me on my ass, and I don't think I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm thinking this might be. It's probably this in the substance, which I haven't seen either one yet. But I feel like one of these is going to steal the #1 spot, just based off the trailer and the hype that I'm hearing.
Right? Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be Longlegs when I first watched it. I was like, this might be the movie of the year for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We've had a good year so far,
Yeah, and we're going to be doing a very, very special show next month, where we bring in our final five. It's usually like our biggest show of the year, B show, and I think this year in particular, we're going to be talking about this movie in some regard.
Yeah, and it's funny, like the way the three of us, online and offline, have talked about the movies this year. We're all probably gonna have similar in some ways a list, but we're gonna have outliers that are different.
Oh yeah,
my feeling. Fun year though. I mean, I know we've talked about 1,000 movies so far this year, but there's been, I don't know, a lot of okay movies. There's been some good ones. There've been a handful of great ones, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be an easy year to select the top 2 or 3.
I'm gonna make a prediction for you two right now on the air. All right, I have a feeling both of you will have Aliens Romulus in your top 5. I'm almost certain you will. I really do. I think you will both have that movie squeaking in at the last minute, because I'm excited for you guys to see it. I think you're in for a real treat. I'm gonna rewatch it immediately when it comes on, just to make. So I'm gonna just G-check myself just to make sure it doesn't belong on the list or not.
I'm gonna doubt that it's gonna make my top 5.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I trust you though.
No, because the practical special effects with the alien, you could tell are practical. Like it doesn't. And I know with you, that's a big selling point. And B-Show, you too. I mean, I think I'm not in love with the story, but I was in love with the fucking special effects.
I've had some of that spoiled for me too,
unfortunately.
At the end.
I'm sorry.
But aside from that, I was excited for this movie. I just didn't get out and see it, and I'm glad that it's dropping. What did you say, this week or next week on Hulu?
I think it's next week on Hulu. Next week it's the week after. It might be in the same week as Deadpool.
The 21st. Yeah, sorry.
21st. So you'll get that next week, and then the week after you'll get that. So, and of course, Joe Punches is like, yeah, we got Nosferatu on Christmas. I'm going to pull a mulligan here. I'm going to say anything that comes out Christmas, Shah, and beyond goes into next year. Don't you think?
I think that's fair.
Like honestly, like it's just because it's Christmas. Like what the fuck? Like, we're already going to be done.
Especially because of Nosferatu. Like that's one that I was really looking forward to, and I don't think I want to see it this year. So,
Yeah. B-Show, do you see a scenario where you might go see Nosferatu at the Christmas week?
We're usually so busy with family shit around the holidays. I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak out, but I am. If all works out, I may go see Terrifier Friday.
Oh, fantastic! There we go. Okay, which is still in theaters. So, but yeah, interesting year. But you're going to be able to stream some of these quality movies. Also, next this month we do have Gladiator 2 coming out. It's getting some pretty good reviews. And Shah, most of the things we see in Gladiator 2 are sets and not AI, which I know is a big thing for you. So I'm excited for that. And the animals that they use and things of that nature, most of them are real. But Ridley Scott, who is 81, I think we said, who still plans on making films. Recently, he's doing press for Gladiator, and someone brought up someone considerably younger, but just as legendary, Quentin Tarantino, a big fave around here for all of us, and his retirement. And Bisho, Ridley Scott's not exactly a Hollywood polished guy with his mouth. But he had some words about Quentin Tarantino saying he's retiring.
Oh, let me pull that up. I thought you were going with his new Alien movie.
Yeah, he's also doing another Alien movie. But I was curious what you guys think about what he said about Tarantino.
So he was asked, I don't know who it was, like Rolling Stone or something, but they asked him about Quentin Tarantino's supposed retirement after his next movie.
Show, he's 87?
I guess so. 80,
Let's roll
80.
up. Yo,
Ridley Scott's 87 years old.
Shah, Ridley Scott.
I did not know that.
87 years old.
I did not know that. Holy
and
shit!
He just
man.
made a fucking Gladiator movie.
Dude, I thought he was in his like 70s. I didn't
know.
know.
He's 87.
87.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, man.
Holy shit.
Shout out to him and Scorsese, man. I mean, they're still going. Dude.
This is ridiculous. I know, but Ridley Scott's in the middle of like, the desert making sets for fucking 8 months doing this shit. And he's a hands-on director. I'm sorry, Bishop, but that was just too much. Okay, can you read what he said about Quentin Tarantino?
This quote is perfect. Drew Yari, I've been bringing this up more and more the past couple of weeks as he hit a nerve. But he says, I don't fucking believe that bullshit. Shut up and go make another movie. Now, Quentin wrote a few things for my brother, the late Tony Scott.
Tony Scott, great director too.
Wrote the screenplay for True Romance.
Yep.
They got along great. I'm not sure I've met him, but basically he just said, shut the fuck up and go make another movie.
I mean, Shah, I guess when you're an 87-year-old Ridley Scott, who is definitely, Shah, I would say you would probably agree, maybe top 5 living directors, maybe, right? Like probably, right? Maybe. Living.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got bangers.
Definitely top 10.
Yeah, easily top 10. Easily top 10. Okay, so easily top 10.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this 87-year-old guy who's actually writing and planning on doing another Aliens movie at 87 to a 57-year-old Quentin Tarantino who is retiring allegedly?
This is what happens when you have fuck you money and you're at that fuck you age, and the combination of that, it's just this. I agree with him though. I mean, I don't think Tarantino is going to retire.
I don't know, Shah. He's kind of like one of those dudes when he says.
Yeah, he is kind of a weird guy, though. Yeah,
he's like one of these dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not like I changed my mind. Like, he's not doing like. He
seems stubborn, like almost like CM Punk, but like much nerdier.
CM Tarantino. We should call the episode.
I can
CM Terrence. He's CM Punk of directors.
No, because he's kind of like he's stuck in his ways and very stubborn. You can tell.
That's so brilliant what you just said, because he's a dick, but he's right. Like, like the things he's right about, he's super right. Like he's a strange guy and he's off-putting, but he's so good at what he does that does it matter to a lot of people? And then they're like, no, Bisho, right? I mean, oh my God, Shah.
This is a solid top 5 of living.
Yeah, Bisho, read that for Chris Matthews there. What is he saying?
He said Spielberg, Tarantino, Scorsese, Ridley Scott, and maybe Chris Nolan.
Wow. Whoa. That's a fucking damn.
I think to the general public, I would say that's the best top 5. It wouldn't be my top 5, but like I would agree to that being the top 5.
Spielberg, Tarantino, Scorsese, Scott, and Christopher Nolan. Well, Nolan's kind of becoming in that category, Bisho, don't you think, with his body right now, body of work?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I know there's a few that I can't think of that probably I would replace on that list with some, but I mean, that's an all-star list right there.
Yeah, as far as mainstream, like success in Hollywood.
Yeah.
With quality.
That your average person would know who they are.
Because like now,
that wouldn't be my top 5. Michael Mann is probably my top 5 without even fucking blinking my eyes. I would have to have Michael Mann in there, but I'm sorry, B, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, that's a solid list because, like you mentioned, success in surviving in Hollywood. There's a lot of great directors who made a few good movies and then fell off and did like direct to video or independent. These guys were able to not only smash success, but also continue going and churning out hits. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually think, Sean, maybe the top three that Chris has, not that Chris put this in an order, which was Spielberg, Tarantino, Scorsese. I actually think that's kind of tough to argue in any rotation, don't you think?
That's probably my top three, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and even
I don't
like
know if I would,
interchangeable.
yeah, I think my favorite would probably be Tarantino.
That's mine. And then
probably Spielberg second, just because
Yeah.
of E.T. and Jurassic Park. And,
Oh, yeah, his bangers are
Jaws,
fucking Jesus Christ.
And
Yeah, I
that,
think
that might make me
definitely.
basic bitch, but I might put Spielberg on top of that list.
Yeah, I accidentally stumbled into Saving Private Ryan the other day, and I was my 20 minutes. I sat there like I never saw it in my life, B-show, because it was just so like big. You know what? Like, you know, when you haven't seen that movie in a while, and you catch like an action sequence, and you're like wow, like it feels so real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking masterpiece, dude. But
Well,
that's
and you mentioned last week, are there any movies that you watch that you find yourself kind of experiencing it for the first time because you didn't remember something? That's one of those movies where like there's so many heavy scenes and so much going on that I'm sure you watch it 2 or 3 times and there's stuff you don't even catch.
and the cast is great. It's amazing, and even the ancillary people, like out of nowhere. Here's Ted Danson. Here's this person. Here's Matt Damon at the end. It's like, you know, Shah, you a fan of Saving Private Ryan?
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's big. It's good.
Yeah, never seen that one.
It's really, really great.
I've seen most of Spielberg's work. I've even seen Tintin. I love Tintin.
Oh, people are huge Tintin fans, though. People are fucking.
Yeah, but people hated that movie, though. That movie was.
They love the character. Is that what it is? They
Yeah.
just love the book and all that stuff.
Like the Popeye movie.
I like most of his movies, though. What was that last one that he did? It was semi-horror? Something 6.
Oh, I can't remember.
Had a number in there. I think it was 6.
I can't remember. He's active. He's doing some other shit.
Spielberg?
Yeah. They do like not an alien movie. Oh, he's working on an alien movie now, but it's like top secret.
9?
9?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. No,
It was like an animated movie, Buttons for Eyes or something like that.
Oh,
that's an old one. Yeah, I didn't even know that was
No,
Spielberg.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, but B-show, do you think Tarantino's retiring? I believe he is. I think he'll do that one movie in a couple of years, and that'll be that.
Yeah, and he might come back in 10 years and be like, you know, I'm going to do one more, you know.
I turned 70 the other day, and now I really want to do something.
I just saw this thing. I'm going to rip off Norm, but like, I just saw this thing. Okay. And like, I had to do the movie. Okay. Because like, I just couldn't get out of my mind. Okay. Like, yeah, I could see
Somebody,
him.
you know, he got B-show. What was the thing he got attacked for? Not attacked, but he criticized something recently. Was it John Wick or something? I can't remember. I feel like he kind of took a shit on something recently, and it was really funny.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no. If anybody in the chat room, something this past week, it was a popular movie where he goes, I didn't like it. Like, you know what I mean? Or something. It was something like, it was something recent. And he just said something like, he like summarized the plot as like something. I mean, he's a particularly, look, he's CM Tarantino. I mean, what Shah just nailed it out of the park there. But let's see if he retires. I just thought that was interesting.
Was it
the movie I was thinking of was something 8. It wasn't 9.
Oh, Super 8?
Super 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
He produced it, though, I think.
Dude, you have to read his quote about Dune. Shah, you have to hear what he said about Dune. Oh, my God. No, Tarantino.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's so good. You don't even know how good it is.
Is he trashing the original Dune?
No. On the recent Dune. You have to hear what he says. It's so funny.
I found it on IndieWire. Let me browse for the quote.
And can you do his voice, B-show, a little bit? Do you have his voice? Try to read it in his voice, please.
Okay.
No, because it sells what he says.
I saw David Lynch's Dune a couple times. Okay. I don't need to see that story again. Oh, it just jumped. I don't need to see space worms. Okay. I don't need to see a movie that says the word spice so dramatically. Okay. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Shah, he doesn't like the movie because he doesn't like the way they say the word spice.
That seems like such a Tarantino complaint. Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
He's CM Tarantino. Jesus Christ, Shah. You should mark
semi-entitled but cool at the same time. You know what I mean?
I don't need to see. The way they say spice. They over-dramatize spice. The way they say spice in that movie, Speecho. It's like incredible.
Okay, he says spice, but it's like spice. Like, who does that?
They do say spice weird in the Dune movies, and I like the second one quite a bit. It's one of my favorite movies this year, and I'm not a Dune guy. QT Punk. QT Punk, Slave Cheeks goes QT Punk. I like CM Tarantino. I just think it sounds fun.
Oh,
But we got a bunch of stuff to get to. I just thought that was great. So there is some talk that Longlegs is formally submitting Oscar supporting actor for the studio. Neon is submitting Nicolas Cage's role in Longlegs Shah for supporting actor. Now, I will go on a limb here and say I believe he will get a Golden Globe nomination because it's categorized and they'll put him in a weird category there. But I will go on a limb here and say he will not get the nomination. Shah, your thoughts? Will he get it or will he not get it?
Highly doubtful, but I think the reason why they submitted it is just because of the fact that I guess Silence of the Lambs qualified, and you know, there's a lot of comparisons between the two movies, and that actually won.
Did
I don't know, man. I mean, I would shit my pants though if it actually got in there. That would be crazy.
Tremendous. It would be a tremendous for Neon.
Can't hurt to try, but
for the genre, tremendous for Nick Cage. So you say no, I say no, right? You say no, 100%.
I'm hopeful though. I hope.
Are you cautiously optimistic? I think.
Yeah, I would say I'm optimistic. Like I can see it happening.
Okay.
But,
okay. B-show, is it happening or not?
Probably not. I mean, I could see if Hugh Grant's role, if that gets critically acclaimed, maybe him getting the nod, just
so
because
you
it's
think
not
one
as
of
weird,
them.
maybe.
Oh, so they'll cancel the other one out.
Yeah, and Drew Yari has a good point. He says, I think the Oscars will nominate them out of spite, but they won't watch. They did that with Get Out, but Jordan Peele won an Oscar for best screenplay for it. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't see it. I mean, I just think I don't see them doing it. But this has been a very weak year for that kind of performance, so we will see. And also some pretty interesting news. The director of Godzilla Minus One. Apparently this is not bullshit. Shah, you'll be thrilled to hear this. He took a meeting with Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel. That doesn't mean much. They're not saying he's already working on the next Godzilla movie. But I know you haven't seen the film yet, but you're very aware of the hype. Good, bad? Do you think this is maybe where this is heading, that a guy like that who made a Godzilla movie with a small budget into an Academy Award winner, is that what's supposed to happen?
I mean, it depends on where he is in his life, you know, artistically speaking. If he's more committed to the craft, and probably not go to Marvel and become corporate, but I understand why he would want that check though, man. I mean, that's ultimately what it's about when you get into Hollywood. So it makes sense, you know, that the hierarchy makes sense. Yeah. I'm not excited for it though, necessarily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, doesn't mean he's doing anything. It's you know, but realistically, if they want him shot, you know.
What do you see him doing though? Like what property do you think that he would qualify to take over?
Well, first of all, they have a lot of monster related properties in there. They have a whole monster universe that they have not touched, and Blade just got destroyed. So if you're telling me that this guy gets Blade for a hard R, I'll shit my pants. You know what I mean? But you know, because that incorporates there's monsters in that universe. They have monsters in that universe. Bisho, we're a big fan of him. We're a big fan of the film. Not a shocker, but you know, he is already set to make the next Godzilla movie. That is happening.
Yeah, I'm excited for that alone. But you know, he also met with the head of Lucasfilm, I think, a couple of months ago too, right after Godzilla broke.
Yeah, he did.
So who knows what will happen? You know, he might be one of those directors. I hate to say like Damien, but because it's a completely different genre. But where they meet and they see the system from the inside, and they go, "Nah, no, I'm good." Yeah, because like, and that's a lot of things. Like George Romero talked about it. John Carpenter talked about it. A lot of these people that made like a couple of good movies and got seen back in the 70s or 80s, they started working within the system and fucking hated it. And they're like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not going to mess with it. It's a lot of money, but you know, if he can make that kind of coin in Japan and continue doing his thing over there, why go into the meat grinder that is Marvel and Disney?
And he might not want to. Yeah, I mean, it is a meat grinder. You know, it's like, you know, it's like going to like a front running team and then the expectations are through the roof and then you'd underperform. Look, nothing could come of this. This could be 3 years out and then he gets, you know, some weird property or, yeah, but he could do a lot of shit. I mean, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't know his acumen outside of that Godzilla movie. So I don't know, you know, they could give him something. Who the fuck knows? But be curious to see where that lands. But also, really quick, before we move on to a couple of trailers, there was a photo of Billy Zane as Marlon Brando. He's in a Marlon Brando biopic around Marlon Brando's career. Obviously, Marlon Brando, legendary actor, Academy Award winner, crazy guy, just aloof person, but considered by many, many people one of the, without question, greatest living actors of his time. He was he crossed a lot of genres. I want you guys to take a look at the photo. I don't want to play the trailer because supposedly the movie looks like a dog shit movie, but I just want to show you this picture. That is not The Godfather. That is Billy Zane Shah as The Godfather. It's fucking unreal, right?
That is pretty fucking crazy.
That's him. That's not The Godfather. Yeah.
He's definitely wearing that mouthpiece,
Yeah. Yeah, he's wearing the mount. Yeah, but like, I mean, like everything, the hair, like even
that's
the pose.
incredible. Holy shit.
Yeah, there is out there, B-Show, there is a side by side somewhere, and it's pretty fucking remarkable. But Shah,
dude, if it wasn't for the high resolution picture, like you could tell me that's The Godfather. I would buy it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if we have there we go. Wow. He actually looks better. Right, B-Show?
More Brando than Brando. Sorry.
I mean, well, he's tanner. I guess they made that, decision there. He looks a little tan there. But
like Don Tony on Halloween, man.
Yeah, it looks like Don Tony playing the Godfather on Halloween. But B-Show,
Yeah.
that's like remarkable shit. I mean, like the movie, a lot of people say the movie's going to be a piece of shit, but for that alone,
yeah.
I mean, wow, right?
They said that's prosthetics.
Well, he did
Or
the
just
cheek
makeup?
thing just because the way Brando did the cheek thing, but everything else, like, and he doesn't just play him in The Godfather, he plays him throughout that. There he is again. Look at him, guys. I mean, that's fucking insane, dude.
Jesus. I've heard of actors disappearing into roles before. I did not expect this from Billy Zane.
Yeah, Billy Zane out of nowhere, who yelled at me at an ATM vestibule 25 years ago.
Really?
Manhattan. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good scene.
How many celebrities have you almost come to fisticuffs?
All right, in my defense, I was very high and drunk and going to an ATM, and this is like where ATMs, like this is where you got your money. And he's a big, tall guy, and this is like in the West Village somewhere. And I'm waiting, and my friends are in a car. I'm like, this fucking asshole. And Billy Zane turns around and it was like, gave me the look, and I was like, oh fuck, that's Billy Zane, like and he seems like a cool. Yeah, he was a lot bigger than me too. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get beat up by Billy Zane in a vestibule at a fucking ATM at a chemical bank. But yeah, I get into a lot of fights with celebrities. But guys, that's remarkable, right? I thought that looked fucking insane. The movie looks.
I'm excited to see it. I still haven't seen The Godfather, man. I've said that before on the show. I've never seen The Godfather.
2 seconds, you knew who that was.
Yeah, of course.
Like in a second, you immediately grabbed who that was.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll be curious about that movie. Brando is a tough. I don't know, Shah. B-Show, I think that's a lot of balls trying to play a guy who's considered the greatest actor of his generation.
Yeah, and like I said, Billy Zane, that's surprising that he took that on because he's been in everything, but to me, his performances have always been like he's been there. He's been good, but he's been there.
Yeah,
like
he's got
everything
a great
from
voice, but he's got some voice. He's got
great voice. Everything from Tombstone to fucking the Mummy remake and stuff like that. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Wasn't he the Phantom? Was not the Phantom. Was he the Phantom? He was in that Tales from the Crypt movie, Bordello of Blood, or not Bordello of Blood.
Demon Knight.
Demon Knight. He was great in that. He plays like the demon. He was very good in that. And he's the heavy in Titanic, guys, which is the biggest.
That's right.
Thing he's ever done. I have not seen that motherfucker in 20 years since the vestibule incident in 96.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like he's always good, but in movies with Kurt Russell's in this movie, and he's good, but Leo DiCaprio's in this movie, and he's good, but this guy's in this movie. This is a really strong, role, I guess.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for him, but the movie apparently people are going, oh, the Phantom. Yeah, I think it's the Phantom. Thank you there, Joe Punches. Yeah, I'm curious about the movie because I love Brando. I'm obsessed with The Godfather. Brando fascinates me. And Shah, his Isle of Dr. Moreau is so batshit crazy. Like I saw that in a movie theater in Brooklyn because I'm such a fan. And I love the Dr. Moreau story. You're a fan of that documentary, but have you seen the film?
I have not. I was actually going to buy the 4K. Scream Factory put it out a couple months ago.
It's
I wanted to see it, but
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Shah. It's so Bisho, have you seen it? It's one of the crazy, like you're not even gonna believe what you're watching. It's so insane.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. Like Brando with the fucking bucket of ice on his head, which was a completely random thing because he was hot and fat.
He's
And,
morbidly obese at this point in life, and he
yeah.
doesn't remember any of the lines.
And Val Kilmer, yeah, weren't there lines taped to like the actors' chests and shit?
Well, no,
so
that
he
was
could
in The
read 'em?
Godfather. That was
Okay.
that was Robert Duvall had to do that for him. Ron Perlman in full.
Oh yeah.
Shah, you saw the documentary on it though, right?
I did. There's actually two different documentaries. There's a full blown, like almost 2 hour documentary that Severn put out.
That's the one I saw, I think.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw, and I kind of want to see the movie because
You need to see
you
it.
know, watching the documentary, I didn't realize how batshit crazy the shooting of this movie was.
Oh my
You know,
God.
it was like a fucking nightmare.
Nightmare.
It's an absolute nightmare. Everybody wanted to quit. People wanted to kill each other.
Oh yeah, people
Um,
getting sick. Like Kilmer,
yeah.
I think, was drunk the whole time because he just couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bisho, the movie is so like I don't even want to say it's bad as it's unbelievable. Like it's so everything's so bizarre. Like what is going on?
Yeah, and like I was gonna say, Val Kilmer's sitting there and he's trying to deliver and like sell it as serious, and then Kilmer or Brando's with an ice bucket on his head, like, "Oh, hello, my boy," and it's just the
Talking
weirdest
to the
thing.
kid with progeria.
Yeah.
Progeria.
Kevin, come here, Kevin, help me out
Kevin,
in the
yeah.
laboratory.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Ron Perlman, Tamara Morrison, who is Boba Fett, is in it, and of course,
right.
what's her face from The
Fairuza
Crowd?
Balk.
Fairuza Balk is in it. I oh my God, this movie is bananas. This would be a movie to watch, like with an audience. Like it's a cult film because of how bananas it is. And I saw this in a movie theater in '97 or whatever the fuck it was, and I couldn't. It was oh my God, what a disaster. I think he might already been dead, Brando, when this came out. If not, he would have been dead from embarrassment.
Mhm.
He just made shit up. Like they put like paint on him, Shah. Like he's maybe like 400 pounds. Like he could barely, like they're carrying him around.
The paint on his head, right? Like
Yeah, they put paint on. Yeah, yeah. He painted his head.
Yeah.
And he's making lines up, and he's like, it's just so. Oh my God, just incredible. But you guys need to see it for yourself to believe. You'll be like your jaw, like Bisho. Even watching it now, I would be kind of shocked from it.
I
If you
just
click
saw
on
it
that
for the.
scene,
Yeah, I'm trying to find get
There
a
you
bigger picture.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just saw it for the first time. I don't know,
Look at this, Shah.
2
Look
years
at this.
ago.
Yeah, were you high as fuck watching it? Because you kind of gotta be.
I felt like I was.
Shah, look at this, man.
Strange.
Like, look, this is the Godfather, and he's with a guy with progeria sitting there, and he's making shit up. He's just making everything up.
Yeah. Bisho, you should really check out I'm pretty sure it's on Tubi, the documentary for this.
Yeah.
I'm not positive, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's on Tubi.
It's better than the movie.
Yeah, it's funny as shit, man. You guys gotta check it out.
Yeah, everyone's talking about how crazy the shoot was and how unsafe things were, and the animals and the weather and the bugs and the
Yeah, like almost everything went wrong. Everything that could go wrong.
Sure,
went
before we
wrong.
get to these trailers, can we maybe pull up what the name of that documentary is? It's the documentary, Isle of Dr. Moreau documentary. I'm a big fan of the OG one, Shah. Have you seen the OG one from the 70s?
I have not, no.
It's phenomenal. Very
No.
rubbery special effects, but I love it with the House of Pain. That's where the band House of Pain got the sample from. Like, he who breaks the law
Oh, really?
must go to the House of Pain. That's from the 70s TV movie that was made. I think from the UK. I'm a super fan of that one too.
Yeah,
Lost Soul.
Yep.
Yeah.
it is on Tubi, and the title is a mouthful. Lost Soul: The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau.
And Richard Stanley most recently directed Color Out of Space. Color Out of Space. What was it? The Nick Cage?
Isn't Richard Stanley canceled?
Yes, he was Me Too'd apparently, but
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar.
No, he didn't do Color Out of Space. He did something.
Oh, yes, he did. He did Color Out of
Did he?
Space, my friend. Yeah, and he had another
Oh,
movie
shit.
on deck. He did Hardware, Isle of Dr. Moreau. I've been telling you guys about Hardware for years. He also did Dust Devil. Yeah, he got canceled.
Oh, I have Theater Bazaar. I just never seen it.
I never seen it. But you got Bisho. You need to watch this documentary. It's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, Robbie DeJarlais is like, oh my God, Lost Souls is incredible. It's
a
incredible.
great documentary. It's very entertaining.
Nothing prepares you for what you're going to see. They're reminiscing on this shot like a decade plus later, right? It's all these people sitting around going, like Fairuza Balk's like, yeah, this is crazy.
Two decades, probably. Yeah,
2 decades.
Yeah, 2 decades.
phenomenal, just phenomenal. Anyway, we got a couple of trailers we wanted to play for you guys. One of them just came out today, but I want to get to this. Frankie Freako, Fanny Freako, is it
Frankie Freako?
Frankie Freako. All right, that's a mouthful. So a couple of years ago, you guys might remember we fell in love with a little film called Psycho Goreman. It just kind of blew us away. It was just kind of out of nowhere, 80s nostalgia theme movie, small budget, practical effects, a lot of fun. Well, the director has followed it up with a movie called Frankie Freako. Not a lot of fanfare on Frankie Freako. God, that's a mouthful. Not a lot of fanfare for Frankie Freako, but few people I know have seen it, have said it is fantastic. And we're going to watch the trailer with you right now.
Connor had it all. The perfect job.
Man,
Hey,
this looks really
The
90s.
perfect girl.
You look like a movie star.
which one?
Gary Busey.
The perfect life.
You know anything about this Frankie Freako guy? He's like a little gremlin that likes to party.
You shouldn't call numbers like that.
Oh my God.
Until one day, things got
This, I'm already on board.
Freako.
Oh my God.
This is Frankie.
So it's
Ready
based
for
on like
what?
the crawl line.
Yes, I'm ready to party.
This looks like a late 80s, early 90s.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
Oh
We're
my
here to help
God.
you loosen up.
Oh my
We're gonna
God.
party
Oh
hard,
my God,
and then we'll be
guys.
on our way. Time to get freako.
Yeah, this is definitely supposed to be late 80s.
Listen, you little freaks.
Oh my God. This looks like Garbage Pail
Hey,
Kid. Like on purpose though, guys.
Is everything all right? You sound stressed.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have to watch
no, don't pick it up. Frankie, what is going on? They found us. You can't escape.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
this. Oh my God. Shah, this looks like 5 movies in one.
Is in peril.
That's what I was gonna mention. It's so many in one.
Frankie. No one runs from me. You're mine.
Oh my
Don't
God.
be a hero.
This is bad.
I believe in you.
I'm watching this tomorrow.
Be a freako.
It looks like Puppet Master, Garbage Pail Kids, all on purpose.
Got a little Freako.
Yeah, the one character definitely looks like a ripoff from
Frankie
Puppet Master.
Freako.
Yeah.
President Munch needs a new concubine.
He's a keeper. Oh,
Oh, my
President needs a
God.
new concubine. Is that what he just said?
Yes. Okay. All right. Shah, you could tell it's from the Psycho Goreman.
Dude, I am so fucking sold on this.
You're so into it.
I love movies like the Gremlins, Critters, Hobgoblins. What else is out there?
Oh God, there's so many. Well, Ghoulies,
Ghoulies. Yeah, exactly.
Ghoulies. But
I
this,
love these type of movies. So I'm a sucker for this, man. I will watch this as soon as it's out.
I mean, B-Show, it's checking off many boxes.
It looks so insane and cornball that I like it.
On
Like I
purpose.
usually don't like cornball movies like that where like Puppet Master, sometimes the puppet effects are kind of bad. This
Yeah,
looks
but I
like they
like
were bad on purpose
On
and
purpose,
it fucking
yeah.
works. I like it, man.
Yeah. By the way, Marquise is saying Howard the Duck, guys. 100%. I get that too. Actually, Howard the Duck had
I
better
see that.
special effects.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Wow, Rich Dow. I guess I'm
Rich-
missing it.
Rich-
I'd rather
Rich-
watch your election
You
coverage.
can't say Downer without putting the word Dow in it, I guess. Rich Downer. I guess you've never seen Psycho Goreman. But yeah, Rich, the point of these movies is that he makes them 80s based, 80s style, 80s visually on purpose because that's his shtick. Shah, I think this could be Psycho Goreman level of enjoyment.
I think I might have more fun with this than Psycho Goreman, to be honest with you. And I loved Psycho Goreman. Like
Yeah,
I
it
was
was fun.
a big fan of that movie.
It's very fun. Very fun.
Exactly what the Late Night with the Devil didn't do for me, Psycho Goreman did for me. You know what I mean?
Okay. Nostalgia.
Like that hype lived up to it for me. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for this, man. He also did the Leprechaun reboot, I think, right?
Did he, this guy?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Let's pull them up real quick. B-Show, would you be checking this out? I think it's available to stream, which would make me very happy because I would pay to watch this.
I'm pretty
it looks
sure
really
it's the
fun.
same guy that did The Void also, isn't it?
Is this the Void guy?
I think it's
What
the
is his
Void and
deal?
Leprechaun guy. I'm pretty
I think
sure.
you're right. Boy, wow, what a career change. It's like, holy shit.
Steven Kostansky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy.
he did The Void.
The Void,
is
Psycho
the-
Gorman, and The Divide.
The Divide.
And
I've never seen
Leprechaun, right?
I don't see Leprechaun, but I'll pull it up.
Okay, I gotta look up The Divide. I think I've heard of The Divide. Boy, you can't put even Psycho Gorman and The Void Shot in the same stratosphere. They're very different in every way. Like, but this looks like a great follow-up to Psycho Gorman, doesn't it, P-Show?
Absolutely. I like it just like you guys said, as soon as I think I know what's going to happen, they opened a new like vein and went in a different direction. Like I'm like, okay, his wife leaves and summons these demon things and it's going to get out of control. And then it's like, okay, these weird suit just cyborg puppets come in and take him away to this other place. And it's almost
They're
like
party puppets. They party, B-Show.
and it reminds me in some ways of Little Monsters when they go to that other world.
Oh, I love Little Monsters. It's a fun
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, I'm going, guys. Ghoulies, Weird Science, Ghoulies, Weird Science, Puppet Master. Definitely a little bit of like the Critters. You know what I mean? He reboot. This is not his Leprechaun, is it? This is his reboot.
Yeah.
He directed it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. What year was this?
2018.
So he did this after The Void, and then he did Psycho Gorman, and then he did this. Weird career. I got to see The Divide. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I had no idea that the Leprechaun got rebooted. I had no clue. But anyway, we want to move on to our next trailer, the movie Presence. This is the ghost movie that we had a teaser for by Steven Soderbergh that is told from the perception of the haunted house. I don't know how, guys. I don't know how this is going to work, but the scope of this movie is that this is a ghost movie told from the view of the ghost, and they released a full trailer for it. It is a neon. Steven Soderbergh working with neon. Holy shit! Anyway, this is the it comes out in January. It's not that far away, and it's called Presence.
I hope this isn't like Skinamarink.
No, it's Steven Soderbergh, dude. I don't fucking.
What's it like?
No, they submitted to Sundance. By the way, the Toronto International Film Festival is becoming like the place to be. I like these shots, guys. I love these shots. These are very wide,
Scary.
clear shots, but very poorly lit on purpose.
And it goes on.
What do you mean?
It's getting a lot of good reviews too, people.
The world cracks apart. You fall into this hole.
Shah, what do you think of these shots, dude?
Kind of reminds me of Longlegs a
And the
lot.
sides are mud. And you can't get out.
They're wide, but they're very tight, you know? One of the scariest movies you will see this year.
Very voyeuristic.
You wonder where they
Yeah.
are.
That's
That
Lucy
Lucy
Liu.
Liu?
Yeah, she's the star.
And you wonder what it would be like if you were there too.
Damn. Got some ghost shit happening here. But again, they don't give you much.
Ooh.
All right, Steven Soderbergh, big-time director. He did the Ocean 11 franchise, a lot of other movies. Some Academy Award nominations there for him at some point in his career. B-Show, interesting idea. They're not giving you a lot there, but it's got some phenomenal reviews from all the festival showings that people have seen it at.
The one shot I really liked from the trailer was the split of the kid in the dark coming down the stairs and dad
Staircase.
just sitting back
Center
watching
table?
TV. Yeah, and I think the premise we read early on was that the ghost is kind of watching this family and all the stuff going on within it. So If it's a bit of a misnomer where the ghost is more like just observing the family dynamic and disillusion and stuff, that's cool. But shot really well. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm always leery of ghost movies because like it's like poltergeist activity, not a lot of action sometimes. But
yeah, that's true.
But this looks interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think it looks interesting. Shah, it looks like a super high art ghost movie.
Again, it reminds me of Longlegs a lot for different reasons. One, the way it's shot, also the trailer, how it's basically giving you nothing.
Yeah.
Neon is doing that a lot. You know, Neon is doing that a lot now, which I appreciate because I don't want it to, you know, I don't need it spoon fed to me.
And shot January is 2 months from now. So it's not like, you know what I mean? You got to wait 8 months. Like Longlegs, we were talking about 5 months in advance, 4 months in advance.
This is like art house paranormal activity, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't give much of the description in there. It's just family moves
I wonder
in
if
house.
we see anything though, man. I want to see some shit. You know what I mean? I don't.
Well, they gave us a little there with the house shaking and all that stuff, but that, you know, we don't know where we're going with it. But I'm very curious about it. And January, guys, this could be like the first big horror movie of the year, right? It should be like it could be like the first big horror film of 2025.
Neon starting out the year with a banger.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, we've said we're not sure 2025 is going to be good just by the slate that's been released already. If this comes out early, it might be one of the early hits of the year. That it may be one of the only hits of the year, basically, based on what we've seen.
And Nosferatu opens right before this, so this could be a thing where, and not a lot of people will see that. God bless Eggers there for putting the movie out on Christmas, but I don't expect that to have a good opening couple days. Nosferatu, it seems like a slow build movie going into the new year. I might go see it. I might go see it Christmas. I don't fucking know, but we'll see. Anyway, we got a trailer that just dropped today. It's I don't know. I think this looks very funny. It's Jack Black as Satan. The premise is a child who can't spell good sends letters instead of Dear Santa to Satan, and he's so moved by the letters that he decides he wants to go meet the kid. And it's called Dear Santa. And the trailer came out today. It's coming for Paramount Plus, and I think it might also be in theaters for Christmas, but we'll see.
Every Christmas, something magical happens.
Dear Santa.
When a kid sends a letter to Santa.
It is weird the way Santa and Satan is so similar, isn't it?
Yes.
Is a crappy speller.
Yeah.
This looks like fun.
To Satan with love. And Satan is so hot right now.
Thank you.
I'm surprised at how many devil movies are coming out.
Yeah, big property.
What'd you expect?
In the movies, the reindeer usually have the antlers, not you.
Kid, are you high?
I'm ready for dinner.
You lucked out big time, so I'm way better than Santa.
Ho, ho, frickin' ho.
You, my friend, are getting 3 wishes.
You mean like a genie?
They stole that from me. By the way, after you make your wishes, I'm taking your soul.
What?
You ain't never had a friend like me. Okay, that I may have stolen from Aladdin. Now we're even. Let me show you a few of the things.
See, this is the kind of movie, like on paper, I want to go so hard with, but they never will.
It's Post Malone.
Leo!
Look, I'm worried Santa's going to trick me into getting my soul.
I think he's just confused.
We believe you.
Yo, down here! What are you waiting for? Go make a move! Sue me, I'm thirsty.
I tried everything. That kid's incorruptible.
What about doing something out of kindness?
I don't even know what you just said. I mean, I know all the words, but I just never heard them in that order.
You know this man?
I'm his uncle. Beat it.
Who do you think you are talking to me like that? Oh,
That doesn't sound right.
pardon me, kombucha.
Watch this.
Lock. No, please, never trust a thought. You just gambled and lost.
Nice to meet you. The pleasure was mine.
So it's you could buy it on. This is going right to digital for Christmas on the 25th. But Shah, you get what I'm saying? Like the premise of that could be so fun, but you just know it's going to be PG'd to death. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. If this was a hard R,
Oh my
I'd be
God.
on board. But
Oh my God.
this is not gonna do it for me. I can tell you that right now. This is definitely not gonna be a movie I'm seeing. And I'm not overall a Jack Black fan. The only movie that I can recall that I really liked by him was Nacho Libre. Like anything else he's done is like meh. School of Rock and like whatever the fuck else he did.
I'm a big School of Rock fan.
Oh yeah, I saw that at the movie theater.
My kids love that movie. It's like a great. It's also a musical on Broadway. It became like a musical, but Bisho, you get what I'm saying? Like on paper, if you read that there's going to be a movie where Santa gets letters from Santa to Satan and Jack Black plays him, and it's an R-rated comedy, you'd be like, oh fuck yes.
Absolutely. In fact, it's almost like if you heard the premise for Bad Santa. Oh, Billy Bob Thornton's going to be an alcoholic, safe cracking Santa Claus, but then it comes out on like Nickelodeon.
Oh God.
So, and look, I like Jack Black. I think he's really talented.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I mean, look, he's a talented guy.
He is, but he's always Jack Black. And
it's very annoying.
It reminds me of like when Nicholson plays a role, he's always playing Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
When Jack Black plays a role, he's always Jack Black. And sometimes it's like he's like the Chris Jericho. I know we do a lot of comparisons now.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the Chris Jericho of movies where like it's just some a little too over the top, a little too goofy, even though I like the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in some good films for sure. He's a top star. I like the fact that he's a fat, ugly guy who didn't really have to Hollywood himself up at all.
Yeah.
But some people said this looks funny. Yeah, like Chris Matthews says, this is like its concept's funny. It's going to be watered down for sure. Rich Dow says the same thing. This could be real fun. It's something you see with your grandmother that chain smokes. Oh my God. And then Chris Matthews brings up a shot. Tropic Thunder is a classic. That's fucking amazing. That's like maybe the best.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, he's phenomenal in Tropic Thunder. He's phenomenal. Right? He might be next to Downey even better than Stiller in that movie because he's got some great lines where they have him tied up and he wants to go to the poppy field and he's saying, I'll suck your dick. All right, I'll suck your dick. Like he's so fucking funny, Bisho, in that movie.
Yeah, and even like the remake of Jumanji with The Rock. He's always good at what he does.
Yeah.
But he's sometimes a little too Jack Black. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little too much. But I love the premise so much. And then Joe Punches goes, eh. And Marquise went, oof.
You see the other comment from Marquise?
No, what did he say?
Oh, where'd it go? Here we go.
Oh, straight to digital dumpster. But you know what? If you're home on the holidays, you throw that on, you got kids in your house. I like the fact that Jack Black's an ugly slob and he's like probably worth like $150 million. And he's a big metalhead and he revitalized Ronnie James Dio's career before he died. So, he did. He 100% did. He's in that. Bisho, did you see the Dio documentary?
No, I didn't.
Oh, he's in a lot of that. Because he begged Dio to be in the Pick of Destiny, and Dio said that changed that got me back, that brought me back into to people's. And Jack Black, you could tell like deeply, profoundly loved that guy. Like you'll love Jack. You'll watch this, you'll be like, Jack Black's the man.
Yeah.
Like,
have you guys ever seen Stealing Harvard?
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I see
Stealing
Harvard. Yeah,
I love that movie.
Yeah, Jack Black's been around a long time, guys.
I first saw him in The Jackal. He played like an arms dealer.
Yes.
Bruce Willis blows his arm off.
A sprawl. Yeah, when Bruce Willis blows his arm off and then shoots him with a high-powered machine gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also in Bob Roberts, the Bob Altman movie. He plays like a psychotic right-wing like a devotee. He's an interesting guy. I mean, like he seems like a decent guy. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like the dude, but and he had like a rough year with that thing with the dude, with the Trump thing. That was rough. That wasn't his fault. He took the shit for that. Because he was the bigger name, and I thought that was very classy of him to do that, even though he didn't do anything. And he took a big hit for that. And
I still think that was like probably last straw type of thing because they've been together a while. And from someone I know, someone I know that opened for Kyle Gast, I've heard Kyle Gast.
Kyle Gast seems like a douchebag. He seems like a huge douchebag. But we have a very interesting post show we're going to be doing for the Patreon. Okay. So we're going to be talking, just to put the cart before the horse in that one, we're going to just be talking about celebrities and politics. We're going to do we're not going political there. We're talking about the celebrity aspect of political culture and why is it so toxic. So that's what we're going to be doing over on Patreon. So please consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media for $5. Low, insane price, especially going into 2025. You get well over like 1,100 hours of exclusive content, and you could be in our watch-alongs that we're going to be doing for the holidays and participate in the Q&A, which is the signature Patreon show. And you get a bonus show on top of that, and you get these half-hour, 25-minute bonus shows every week. I don't know how much more we can do for $5. But let's plug our pals. Let's plug Rich Dow. He's got a podcast. Let's plug Deathmatch Outlaws, the Drew Yari Experience, Cassette Classics 86 on YouTube, the Down on the Thundercast, Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle, and, of course, Wrestling Soup, Necromaniacs Podcast, and, of course, the Inhuman Experience Podcast, Ringsiders Wrestling on YouTube. Those are my friends out in the UK. Just hung out with them a few weeks back. Mojo and Dirk's Most Dastardly Show, The Garden of Doom, the Old Guy Metal Cast, MJW Games, Cherry Jesus on YouTube, and his band Kaiser, the Red River Podcast with good old Sam Hoyos. I'll be doing a show with him this month at some point, doing the songs we wish we wrote. That should be a lot of fun. And, of course, his band Playing Dead puts out the hits week after week there. Bayou Geeks, that's Fateh 316. And, of course, we have the Midnight Mass Creature Cast, the Weekly Detour with Anthony Alston and Teddy, the Guns and Geeks Podcast. And, Shah, we want these kids subscribing to the old Planet Mondo, don't we?
Yeah. I haven't been active on there forever. Don't know when I'm going to be active again. But, yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Planet Mondo on YouTube. Appreciate
Excellent.
it.
And hit that subscribe button, of course. And, of course, Bishop Brian, anything on the channel this month?
Hopefully I might start doing stuff like short stuff every week or two.
Oh, that's interesting.
So just like little snippet stuff. I might keep it to classic horror movies from the 80s and stuff, just to kind of fill into that vein. We do enough modern stuff on this show. I don't need to duplicate over there. So
And we really don't do retro stuff in any capacity. So.
yeah, so it kind of fits. So bshowbrian.com. That'll take you to the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and thank you very much.
Yes, and of course, hit our channel over there at Spitball Media. We would appreciate that shit. If you're in the Patreon, get your questions in for the Q&A, and we're going to drop next week. We're going to kick off with our 3 holiday watch along. We'll probably do it in the very first week of December if we can, away from the holidays there, mid-Saturday afternoon on the East. We'll get you guys in there. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to see the Heretic. I'm excited to talk to you about it next week, and we'll see you next week in Spitball Media.